everyone is afraid. This is the first in the series of topics that are going to have a handful of videos, separate videos that involve selling and personal promotion. All of the content that I share with you here is based on all of my decades of practical experience in the world as a prospective employee, manager, owner, chief executive. So when I'm sharing these things with you, it doesn't come out of a psychology book, and it doesn't come out of any kind of, you call it best practices for how to do this, how to do that. It is practical experience that I'm simply sharing in order that, as we said in a prior video, you need not learn only from your mistakes. You can also learn from mine. Now, one of the first important things to know is everybody is afraid. If you're going into a job interview, you're nervous. But you can't discount the fact that the person who has to interview you is also nervous. Everybody has the exact same hesitation about public speaking that everybody else does. As many times as I've done public speaking, it's still a nervous excitement as I'm being introduced or have to walk out onto a stage or into a classroom in front of a lot of people. The difference is, the first time I did it, I was terrified. I didn't like speech class when I was in school, in high school, but by the time I got to college, I did. And there's one simple way to overcome that, and that is to do it. You go and give your first speech. It's terrifying. It's really, really difficult to speak in front of a large group. I don't care who you are. Anybody that says the first time they ever had to speak in front of a large group, they were absolutely comfortable, fine, and happy about it, is lying. The more you do anything, the easier and easier it becomes. And this is so important as we go out there into the world. I don't care what position you hold. I don't care what your degree is. I don't care what level of professional you are. Always at the end of the day, the most important thing to your advancement will be your ability to sell whatever it is you do. You may not be hired as a salesperson, but if you can be a rainmaker, especially in a position where nobody expects you to be a rainmaker, that is a massive advantage in advancing in whatever career path you take. So, what I want you to remember from this video is simply that everyone is afraid. My attitude is, if everybody's going to be nervous anyway, it might as well be me making them nervous. And that's how I deal with it. I just realize that everybody, you've been sitting in an audience and you have seen a speaker who was uncomfortable. You could see they were nervous. You could tell they were nervous. And what happens to you sitting out there in the audience? You become nervous for them. You become uncomfortable on behalf of them. It is a normal human response to having the attention on you. So just remember, everyone is afraid. Everyone is nervous. Everybody has the same insecurities, the same fears, the same hesitations that everybody else does. No exceptions. Just knowing and understanding that makes it easier. So please, if you have trouble with public speaking, find an excuse to go do it. One of my favorite examples, my wife is an attorney. When she was in college and law school, she was terrified of public speaking. She hated it. She couldn't stand it. So what she did, she realized that she needed to get over that. So she went and took a class called trial advocacy, which required her to conduct trials in front of mock juries. Now she is a full-fledged litigator out there in the world. And not only is she no longer afraid to speak in court, by the way, a forum where it really matters, she looks forward to it. the nervousness that she experiences before going in there is positive. It's exciting. You can get used to anything, I promise. So please start by understanding everyone is afraid, not just you. Use that to your advantage, and it will make self-promotion and selling so much easier. Anything from asking somebody out on a date to doing a job interview and anything in between. If you're interested in learning more, have a look at our other videos, and if you like what you see, please help us grow by subscribing and leaving us a like on the video.